Hello and welcome to another Pro Cycling Manager Stage Editor Challenge. I assume we all know about the Le Mans 24-hour car race where drivers race around public roads and a bit of racetrack for 24 hours. Now that got me thinking, what happens if we put the best cyclists in the world racing around the Le Mans 24-hour track for 24 hours, and what would the outcome be? Okay, so I have quickly traced out the route of the Le Mans 24-hour Circuit de la Sarthe. Obviously, here is the racetrack, but it extends out onto public roads. 13.7 kilometers, 94 meters of climbing. However, this is going to be done over 24 hours. It's probably going to be over 1,000 kilometers of racing. I'm going to need to do the maths on that, crunch the numbers. So we're just going to save it here as Le Mans 24 hours route, and this is going to be the route which the riders will take for, well, a whole day on the bike. So we're in the stage editor now. As you can see, well, it's not much to see, it is quite a flat area around Le Mans, but it will be time to start placing the roads, and I think we're going to do that in the form of a quick time lapse. Okay, so all the roads are now in, so it is time to start decorating with another very quick time lapse. So now we have finished decorating, we can do the route, and well, I've lied to you a bit. This will not sadly take 24 hours. I've done a bit of testing, and it seems that the game has a hard-coded limit, where basically once the race goes over, I think it's just over 600 kilometers, the game basically freaks out. So I'll insert a clip of what happened during my testing, but we're going to have to change the race bit. It's going to be around 600 kilometers, which will probably take them about 12 hours. Say it's a 12 hours Le Mans. I think they still do a race like that. However, it will still be really long. It will still be a really interesting experiment. I'll insert a clip now to show you what happened when the game kind of freaked out. So now that's been said and done, it's time to kind of place the route. So as I said, it's going to be about 600 kilometers. It's still going to be a lot of laps, I think, probably around 50 if I've done the maths correctly. As we place the route, it's quite a nice area. This route quite easy to place down the lap. And if you're not interested in playing a really long version of this race, I have also put together a France NC variant. If that floats your boat, about 250 kilometers of time trial and a road race. So if you're maybe not interested in, I don't know, spending ages playing a super long race, that's able for you to play in this scenery. And after the success of last video, I think we should set a like goal. So if this like goal is achieved, and I'll put it as quite a big number because we can, why not? Let's say 1,000 likes. I will play through this at 1x speed in an online lobby where all of you could join if you want to. I don't know. If you've got the game, we'll do a 1x speed online lobby of the Le Mans stupidly long race. It'll probably take us, well, 24 hours to be honest. If you want to torture me, torture yourself, hit that like button and probably subscribe to the channel as well. Just a quick cutaway here, but if you are interested in finding more about stage making, you can always join the stage making community Discord server, which I will link to in the description of this video. It has basically all the stage makers right now posting their creations, as well as there's competitions, stage making competitions, and there's also tutorials if you want to get into stage making if you're inspired by these videos. So yeah, link in the description to the Discord server. Okay, so we are in the game, and here is the race. All over 600 kilometers of it. And now to choose a team. So we've got national teams here. I think that kind of suits a race the best. And we can either probably go for a sprinter who could hopefully survive to the end, or we go for a classics rider who has the endurance and we can make the race hard. And I think we're going to do that. So I'm going to go with Denmark, and we're going to go for Mads Pedersen here. See if his high endurance stat will help him. Let's look at the squad. Got Vingegaard. I think we'll take him, see how he does on this sort of thing. Pedersen, I think this squad's probably alright. I don't really care too much to change it. It looks like a good squad. I'll see you in the game. So we are in the race now, and I think we've got two options here. We either try and get in the breakaway on this long stage like these riders are, but I think the best way to suit Mads Pedersen is if we just put people on the front, pacing kind of 65 to 70 all race, get everybody's green bars, which is their ability to recover energy, down, and then by the end everybody will be knackered and we can, you know, put pressure on it. So I think we'll let the breakaway go and we'll put some guys onto pace, and I'll join you in a bit when all this has settled down. So we are about 300 kilometers into the race, just under, and the pacing, it has destroyed the energy of some of our guys, but you can see the green bars are going down, which means everybody will be suffering. And I think with kind of 200 kilometers to go, that's when we can start making moves. But for now, we're just going to try and keep this high pace and hopefully start to see some casualties soon. So we are over halfway through the race now, and I think it's a good time to attack and make our first move of the day, other than kind of the pacing, and see if anybody tries to follow. There's no immediate reactions. We'll see what happens with this. We've got a minute gap already. Let's hope some other people join us and we create an escape group. So it looks like nobody actually wants to follow us. So we've got Sonclair Anderson now with 200 kilometers to go, having a 6 kilometer gap and a solo breakaway, which, seeing as how many attacks there have been all day, kind of to get into that early breakaway, it's surprising how nobody wants to go now. We kind of get into the pointy end of the race. And we have the first proper attacks from the group. It's Stevie Williams going, and we've followed with Mads Pedersen. Carapaz is here, Baggioli's here, Morgado's here. I think we're just going to sit in. I don't want to pace too much, as it's Slovenia who close us back down. I think it's time to get into action stations. Kort Nielsen, going to try and move him up, because he's our secondary leader, as it's attacks everywhere. The gap is melting to Crownson in front, and there's some good kind of rouleurs going. Carapaz here, Narvaez as well, so people really trying to get in on the reaction now with 75 kilometers to go. And it's Tadej Pogačar at the front, and Almeida attacks. So we've got more and more attacks. They're coming constantly. He's being followed by Mollema. Here she. They caught Cranston. It looks like our day up front with Cranston's done. As a new group might be forming with Van Gils here, Hirschi, Mollema. Cranston will try and hang on, but he looks pretty knackered. But it is Sarthe who are controlling it, I'm guessing, for a Tadej Pogačar masterclass attack. And speak of the devil, look who's just attacked. Tadej Pogačar he's got a teammate up the road as well, which is not good news for us. Let's take Kort Nielsen to the front. I think we might have to try and bridge this. This looks like a dangerous break. Kort Nielsen go with Pedersen in the wheel. We want a teammate with Mads Pedersen. It's chaos here in Le Mans. We've got 14 riders. With Bajoli bridging, we could have a 15 rider break group. With all the big nations here, this could be the move which goes all the way. And I think we're going to put Kort Nielsen on the front to really expand this gap as much as we can. Although the peloton does look like they are coming back at us as well. And there's another move. It's chaos. Van der Poel up the road. Ganna and Pogačar closing. Is that Ganna attacking? I think we might put another dig in. We've got 35k to go. We can really string this group out. Van der Poel following us. If we get away with Van der Poel, this could be potentially another winning move. But the peloton is still really strong. I think Pedersen's struggling with energy now. Let's get some water while we're up front. I don't think this move is going to result in anything, so that is a scary Belgian train of Stuyven and Benoot chasing us down, I think. Let's not waste our energy here. Well, the current situation with just under 20 kilometres to go. At the front we have Ganna and Van der Poel behind two Norwegians, Swearingen and Abrasat Hampson, two trucks. But there is pacing behind from the Swiss team. And of course, Pogačar is still here, and he is going to be one of the biggest threats. But we can't let Van der Poel and Ganna get too far up the road. We don't really have the energy to close down ourselves. I think we have to wait for a move. Bridge across, which could happen right now. Is Stefan Kung going with Tom Scoynes? I think we're going to have to follow this one. Get to the front of the race. And Pogačar's here as well. This is a very strong move, and we're about to bridge to Van der Poel as Ganna attacks. It's chaos here in the closing moments at the Le Mans circuit. And we've made the gut junction. We've closed the gap. Nobody's working together. I'm going to put in a dig here. And I've got a small gap, but I think they're going to work now. I'm off the front. I don't want to put too much energy in, as it is still Belgium behind, pacing for that sprint. It's been a chaotic race, and it's Evenepoel trying to bridge now. So we are down 8 kilometers to go. Nobody wants to work with me. But they all look done. I'm going to go again. Can they follow? Pogačar can't. Van der Poel's here. Kung's here. 5 riders off the front now. And it's just me alone. Have they all cracked behind? Evenepoel bridging across. Van der Poel in his wheel. It's madness on the last lap. It's going to be a very, very long last lap, I reckon, with everybody so tired. But it's an elite group. Then a bridging group with Paulus and Jonas Rutsch. But still, nobody wants to work with me. Apart from maybe Remco. I think everybody might be done. But it looks like in the last few kilometres it's going to be a sprint finish. Van der Poel looks done. I think Evenepoel's got the most energy, or Kung, who's moving to the front. I don't want to be sitting on the front though. Take an energy gel, 2k to go. 8 men to decide who wins the inaugural Le Mans 24 hours on the bike. I think I have to go early. Pedersen goes, Van der Poel in the wheel. Van der Poel can't follow. Mads Pedersen wins in Le Mans. Head of Stefan Kung and Nielsen Paulus. So that is all for today. If you'd like to play the stage, I will link the PCM mod in the description. I'll also link the stage making Discord. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If we hit that 1,000 likes, I will be doing 608 kilometers on 1x speed. Have a good day. Goodbye.